start and it's just the two of us. And I'm really grateful. Would it be correct to call you Dhruv, or do other people address you differently?
It's true, but you can call me True.
Dhruv?
Yes.
Thank you. And I just go by Christine.
Nice to meet you,
And
Christine.
it is nice to meet you too. I am grateful that you put aside this time. And I'm also very grateful that you sent me the when you wrote that, is it considered a medical article? Is it a white paper? When you wrote about telomere-centric medicine.
Yes, it is a medical article. But it is not just a medical article, it is a research that is ongoing for aging and defeating many diseases alongside.
Yes, I was very, very interested, and I did use the ability to look up information. I was familiar with telomere or telomeres. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes,
I was familiar with it, but I thought, so it would a correct word be it dissipates inside our DNA with time? Or it dies. Senescence. It dies.
definitely.
Does it shrink, or does it lose? Do pieces break off?
Yes, telomeres, if we translate into a simple language, it's like a pencil. You have a full pencil at your birth, but at the age of 70, 80, or 90, it's just a tiny bit of pencil. During your lifetime, you use your pencil and you sharpen it, and it reduces its size eventually. As a result, we cannot reproduce new cells as efficiently as a young or children or young adults. That's why we have
Yes.
wrinkles in our skin, or our organs weakens, our immune system weakens, our nervous system weakens, and resulting in various neurological disorder like Alzheimer's, myasthenia gravis, all those things starting to show up because our entire body, but our not our entire body, but our every system of the body gradually weakens because we don't have enough telomeres.
Yes. So, is are you aware of any instance where someone is born with non-functioning telomeres or shortened, or does everyone get to start with a full and fully functioning set? That's kind of an odd question, but I guess I always think, so what is the exception in the rule that children and young adults will easily be able to replace cells, and people who are no longer young are experiencing losses in their abilities to regenerate because those telomeres are just going, we just can't do it anymore. So is anyone born with like non-functioning or already shortened?
That is a thought-provoking question, and very interesting to answer. Yes, yes and no, because there
Mm.
are some cases. I mean, I'm not aware of that personally, but read about that online. In those cases, children born with telomere, but those telomeres cannot be expressed due to some difficulties in gene expression, and those can be resulting in appearance of children like an old age person.
So the child appears old.
Yes,
And
and
if you,
his or her system, every biological system is weak as old person.
and I'm imagining, I'm guessing that there's a kind of a prognosis that their body will not continue, that they will die at a relatively early age
Yes, I'll say
because
10
of
or 15 years of age.
10 or
Yes.
15 years of age. Alrighty, so I've gone clear over the other direction asking for, is there an exception for the vast majority of people? The words are, you don't look your age when someone hears a particular number. They've already assigned a look to people who say, I'm 70. And they say, oh, you're kidding. You don't look that age. It's considered a compliment because they assume that you've maybe taking good care of your health, or I would say that maybe the societal problem is thinking, well, if you have that kind of an outward appearance, then you must be pretty much done with life. Like you're just sitting back, taking it easy, or you complain a lot about what's not functioning as well as it used to. And I think that it's kind of a shock to a number of people when someone compliments them on climbing a mountain at your age, or appearing younger than you are, and they might think, what do you what, what do you think I would look like? You've met me, but you didn't know my age. If you heard my age ahead of time and then I come within view, do you assume, oh, they'll be complaining about aches and pains or outward appearance, or that I say, oh, I've worked so hard my whole life, I just don't want to do anything except relax the rest of my life. And you're talking to someone who is making a difference in the world and working hard. And I also do the same when someone says, I'm 74 and I'll be doing all these things and appearing here and doing physical labor, and I think, oh, take it easy. I mean, I don't want you to wear out. I can still think that of someone who's a decade or two beyond me too. I'm thinking, be careful and don't cause yourself undue stress or an injury that you will take longer to recover from. And here's this person going, I'm alive, so I'm living. I'm not going to stand around, going, be careful, be careful. I might get another wrinkle if I go out in the sunshine, or, be careful. Don't involve yourself in the lives of others because it might mean more stress. If you only are around a few people, that's probably less stress. We find that it's different. So, sociologically, being with other people, being interested in their lives, participating out of curiosity and excitement in what they do, thinking, getting an article, a medical article from a gentleman who lives several thousand miles away, and for me to flip through going, ooh, I know about that part, but this one I'm not sure about. Oh, I'll look that up. All righty, now I'm a little more up to date. So your approach is medical because of your training and your certification. There was something in the article about that scientific research is there's a lot of scientific research on telomeres, part of your DNA. Is that correct to say?
Yes.
But it's but research is and practice and putting it into maybe your training as you become a medical worker, a doctor, um, on on how to enact what is going to help. And I thought, good for you, practical, because you can have all this information and say, there it is. Now we know why these things are going wrong. We can all nod our heads and then we can go off and have coffee and talk about something else besides aging. Instead, you're saying, how do we how do we make a difference in life? And I saw words like turmeric, and I saw mixed in with is it almi, ALMI? Am I remembering correctly?
Yes.
That's one of the recommended supplements. I'm just going to let you talk about your article for a while, and then I'll make sure that if I think I've lost following you, that I'll just raise my hand and go, "Do you mean this about that?" So go right ahead. I love practical. What can we do? What should we do? How soon should we start recommending?
Sure. I'm not going to be too much technical because it's going to lose interest of viewers. So
Sure.
let's make it simple.
Thank
As
you.
a doctor, or as a doctor, I look through the microscope. If you ask any scientist who is researching in medical, he's also looking in he or she is also looking uh, uh, into a DNA or a cell through microscope. But if you ask someone, a life coach, let's say, who is looking at life experiences, how to take care of your body yourself, through physically, through food, through lifestyle changes, through spiritually. So everyone has their different mode of, I'd say, taking care of body, but it's all the same at the end. If you ask me as a doctor, I would answer that this is the telomeres and how it expresses, resulting in your aging, or uh, uh, not matching to your physiological age. Let's say you said the 70-year-old person looks like a 30-year-old person. How does that happen? They're taking care of their life, their mind, their body, not through food, not through medicines, but socially as well, psychologically as well, living with
Yes.
living in good relation, in good friend circles. So as a result, their cells, their telomeres do not degrade over time as a normal person living in stressful life. So,
Oh,
as I mentioned, the example, a metaphor of pencil, they are not using their pencil as much as the other person living a stressful life. They are not sharpening their pencil frequently. So, at the end of their life, at the end of means nearly 70 or 90 years of life, they are having almost half of their pencil. They are not ending up a small pencil. That's why they are looking young.
that's so great. Sharpening the pencil. It's
Using, yes, it's
it,
all
you're
about
it's
taking care of
being
your
used.
pencil.
Oh
It's
my
all
goodness.
about taking care of yourself, taking care of your telomeres.
Well, my goodness. I mean, it should be something that a doctor would talk with someone who, for example, we have a daughter and a son-in-law who are both 27. And now is a great time for a doctor to say, you have these pencils. We call them telomeres.
Exactly.
And when you do this, they only get sharpened once in a while. And you only get these pencils. This is all you get. Um, when you avoid this, when you put yourself in these situations, you know, you're
Exactly.
just,
Human
it's
body,
shortening
human
so
DNA
quickly.
is programmed. Human DNA is programmed in a way that if a body is a someone's body is put under stress or mind is put under stress, the cell damages. They need new cells. That's why the telomeres used to produce new cells. It's like sharpening the pencil, same way that we are thinking metaphorically. So
Wow.
as much as someone is taking care of their body, the telomeres don't use up as early as someone is using the telomeres with stressful life or
May
unhealthy
I?
lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
Yes.
I jump all around. It's, you know, part of my, I call, I mean, it's a job, but I do it voluntarily. I bring people who are homebound because of their physical, medical conditions, and I am assigned to show up their house and drive them to a doctor's appointment. And I am sometimes asked to sit alongside and take notes. And I'm perfectly happy to do that. If I feel like it's a situation where I might be invasive, I say no. Let's let the doctor and the assistant, which now is usually virtual, let's let them take the notes. But in some situations, it facilitates that person being able to express information that the doctor really needs to know that I've made notes and that they can look at that and see that that's been noted. Um, and again, I, I prefer a practical approach rather than just talking about it. Um, would you, what would you prescribe for yourself at this moment in your life, in your lifespan, in your health span, in your uh, daily experience? For when I was a hired caregiver, when I did it as a paid position, it was ADLs, um, activities of daily living. So for who you are right now, what are some prescriptions that you would give to yourself? I'm just going to see how you answer that. And this is me, and this is my curiosity. I just enjoy hearing a person's perspective who's coming from a point of knowledge that I do not have.
Once again, it sounds a bit controversial because a doctor saying that do not prescribe medicine is a controversial thing. But I'd
Oh,
like to say the medicine, every medicine that you put into your body needs to be cleared out through your excretory system, which is our kidneys and urinary. It can
yeah.
be cleared out from our system or our body through urine or stool. So if we put any amount of medicine, whether it's low dose or high dose, our renal system needs to be worked up. So we are again using means we are again we are destroying which sorry, not destroying, but we are putting stress on our kidneys. As a
Oh,
result, body is programmed to replace the cells that they are damaged, and they are using up telomeres. So they have means the person who is constantly using medicines have the higher
yes.
risk of kidney failure.
Yes. You're
So
helping
I
me
am
to clarify. I was actually thinking non pharmaceutical. So, non pharmaceutical would be the doctor who prescribes, that says, what do you love to do? What takes you to a better place mentally. And if that person said, well, I don't do it much anymore, but I used to make pottery, and I would lose track of time just creating pottery and then reworking it. And that a non pharmaceutical prescription would be take up pottery again, lose yourself in something that is expressive, that you like the feel of it, that whether you create something or not, the process is good, the product is good. There is no wrong way. Even if it gets an air bubble in it and it cracks, it's like, nope, I've learned again, I can't make it that way. I can try something a little different. Maybe I need to make some pinholes in it before I put it in to the kiln. That I was thinking, what non-pharmaceutical prescriptions would you give yourself at this age to keep your keep the length of your telomeres, your pencils? Because I cannot guess your age. There's no way that I can even get into. I can guess what it isn't. You're not a teenager because you've been through a lot of training, but I honestly don't know if you would say I'm in my 20s or 30s or 40s. I don't know. But I'm just wondering, what would you prescribe to yourself? Or maybe what do you already do, because you're so aware of the benefits of having that part of your DNA be robust enough to continue regenerating cells, to cause your different types of blood disorders are kept at bay because those telomeres are able to do their job.
Definitely, I would say it doesn't matter the way you choose. Doesn't matter if you choose medication, if you choose. I mean, medications are for there. Once you get ill, it's a sickness industry where a person is sick. You provide them medication because that is the fastest way to heal your body.
Mm.
Now, when it comes to if you are healthy and you are still taking the supplements, for example, iron tablets or vitamin tablets, are you doing right thing to your body? Definitely not, because again, your renal system, your kidneys are working hard. So there is another way. You can put you can put you can put supplements in your body with another ways, with healthy lifestyle choices, with
Mm.
vegetables, fruits, or even if even if even if it is the lifestyle changes that flourishes your nervous system, the happy lifestyle, resulting in uh, production of the chemicals that rejuvenates your nervous system, that cannot let the wear of your nervous system or your body. So that is another approach to look at this, not just through pharmaceutical prescription. I would
Right.
say do not look at at your body or your life through microscope, not just through science, but
Very good.
look at it at through holistic approach.
I noticed in your article epigenetic reprogramming.
Yes.
I thought to myself, epi like epiderm
Mm.
being the outside edge. Am I close to
Def-
say that a result is reprogrammed so that the um, you're not reaching inside and changing DNA, but that a result is being affected in some way, so that the way that it is the expression of maybe that telomere is enhanced, made better in some way. Am I close at all?
Yes, you are very close. Uh, we have 23 pair of genes in each cell of the body, and we have around say 10 raised to 20, 14 cells in our body, which is 14 zeros after one. Such a massive number of DNA material we have in our body. And
Yeah.
when it comes to epigenetics, so it's not intervening our genes through uh, I'd say CRISPR or other medical technologies, but it's all about expression of our gene through our lifestyle changes that we voluntarily choose and accept. So we uh, uh, as a human body, we have limited number of genes in our body, in our
Yes.
cell, in our cell. Does that mean we can not have another genes that we need for a certain number of strands? No, it's already
Mm.
present through millions of years of evolution. But
Oh,
when it comes to the expression of gene, the only certain genes expresses through the lifestyle choices that we have. As a result, we can see the different same age. For example, you said earlier that a 70-year person looking at as 30. Yes, that happens because their genes are not used up as fast as someone living unhealthy lifestyle choices. And
mm.
when it comes to expression, there are people means let's say take an example of twin brothers. One of them is very successful, has done bachelor's, masters, and PhD, and another one has just passed through high school. Why does that happen? Again, answer
Mm.
comes to their lifestyle choices. It's not about they are lacking their IQ or lacking a certain number of genes. No, it's all about making them express or using up that part. Uh, a simple phenomena, or I would say a simple concept, is there through thousands of years in medical science. Use it or lose
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
The more you use the more you stimulate certain type of gene, certain type of phenotype, it starts to express. It begins to express itself, and other genes, other bad genes, are starting to suppress. They do not express certain number of cancers. Why they are
Mm.
expressing? Because of the harmful chemicals that we are putting, like Pepsi or cold drinks or alcohol. The choices means the lifestyle choices. It goes on and on. We can discuss that all day long.
Yes. Wow.
So in a nutshell, it's all about what you choose.
There was something in your article that was unfamiliar to me, but written as
What?
something common, and that was, I'm reading it, ashwagandha.
Yes.
And then I did research it just a little bit, and the word turmeric was before that. And what I know about turmeric is a natural inflammation reducer, gut health, um, arthritis. Um, so ashwagandha and amla, AMLA, amla.
Yes.
And of course, when you do research on the computer, it immediately lets you know where you can buy this and how much it costs. And I thought, okay, this is common. I just haven't focused on it before. And then there was a bit, about the benefits of using them together. And I do understand that there are foods that are more easily absorbed, or the benefits of the food are more easily absorbed if you put what I learned, and I haven't researched it lately to see if it's still true, but iron-rich dark leafy green vegetables, which you do not do dark leafy green vegetables if you're on certain medications, because that negates the good effects there. But if you're not on that medication, if it's healthy and
Normal
safe
life.
for you, yeah,
Yes.
that it should be eaten with some sort of citric acid or tomato-based acid, that helps with the absorption of the iron. And I thought, if you're going to go to the trouble of putting together a salad, how much better is it to give your body every opportunity to have what you need for healthy blood? And so I'm sorry, I just went way off on that. Ashwagandha and amla, and there might have been another one, but it comes as a supplement. It comes as a tea, pill, powder. Um, can it be? Is that something that I can just find in a food? I mean, turmeric is a root that's usually in powder form for eating. But can you talk a little bit more
Yes,
about
ashwagandha and
those?
amla and turmeric are the things in Indian cuisine or cooking or food that they use every day in their life. Even they are making it means they are using up in all type of items that they are preparing. So yes, they are having that choices. But yeah, you can have it as a raw fruit that you mentioned the word amla. Yes, you can eat like eating up a mango or melon. It doesn't have to be a juice or powder.
Wow. Okay, so you're saying ashwagandha is in
No,
in?
ashwagandha is herb.
Oh,
Ashwagandha is
it's an
herb.
herb. Okay.
Yes, but
And I
amla
don't say
it's
it
fruit.
right. I should say herb. I
Yes,
should say herb, and I should spell aging AGEING. But I'm in the United States, and
it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
If people get it, then they are having benefit of it.
Oh
If you're
goodness
real,
sake.
yeah, it's all about conveying the meaning. It's not about accent.
Very good. Very good. Um, you've
And
you've
uh,
lived in at least two different countries, and I noticed that when you sent me the article, there were related articles, and I just went through the authors' last names, and I thought, wow, this is a spectrum of last names, and it leads me to believe that similar articles on telomeres, and would it be right to say telomerase or
telomerase is an enzyme. It's a whole different kind of thing.
telomerase? Okay. That there are researchers around the globe who are um, putting forth hypotheses and putting together um, more easily understood information, so that so that a person who will not be looking through a microscope, but a person who does look at their life as I'm living it, can apply some of those, and they know this isn't just my good idea, or I think I feel better, or I think that wound healed more quickly, or the doctor says that I'm getting over something with amazing speed for my age. um, but you know that it's been researched and proven to make a difference in keeping those longer pencils. So, did you draw from any of those related articles, or are they there just um, to show, maybe show that others are researching the exact same phenomenon? I don't know what to
Yes.
call it.
Yes, I have seen all these articles, and after looking at them, I wrote my own article.
Very good. I love doing that. I love looking into just a subject that is intriguing and reading what they wrote about it and reading some history on it and reading, a different perspective, a different kind of survey. You know, there can be a survey that's done by travel agencies, and then here's this blanket statement of people who are this age always do that. And I'm going, that's a very narrow group of people who use your travel site that happened to answer A, B, or C on what, I need to see more. And so I champion that you reached out around the globe, it looks like, to see what others are discovering and find commonalities or threads or information that fits together, and that you've laid it out in a way that, with a little bit of help from the internet, um, even I can understand.
Yes. And for a better understanding, for the sake of understanding of every people, every class of people, I just made it as simple as possible, not to use very highly uh, technical words in that article. If I may, could I present that article on screen?
Oh, are you trying to share?
uh, yes, yes. I'm just asking you, should I show the article or?
Um, I I don't know how to allow you to share it on screen, but you're welcome to try to get it on screen.
Sure.
I see
Just
in our comments, tap present at the bottom of the screen. So I'm
yes.
wondering if he's talking to you or to me.
It's for anyone between us. Let me uh, pull that up.
While you're working on that, I'm just going to say hello to Russ. We got really good information from you, Russ, which I will leave for you to share when you wish to and to whom you wish to. But just some really good news that we got from you, Russ. And thank you for saying good morning. Um, I met uh, Dr. Dhruv, who also goes by Patel. I noticed in some situations, and you are, I want to say, Ontario. We discussed that it was Toronto time for you. Yes, I recognize that.
Yes. So this is a short summary showing what the article is about. So we don't. If anyone has just few minutes They don't need to go through 10 pages or 15 pages.
You know, this is a good time for me to point out that people who are interested in their own healthy future, that's going to bring in a lot of people, can find Dr. And he puts India in parentheses. Dr. India Dhruv. Um, I love it. I am going to attempt Bikadia, Bikadia,
Yes,
Bikadia. Um, and on LinkedIn, it would be Dr. India Dhruv
I just
Bikadia.
yes, I just wrote India in bracket because licensing that I have is from India, cannot be considered here in Canada. So I need to place it in
Oh,
parentheses.
that that is also very helpful.
Yes,
And I'm going to say that because there are some people who will say, but I want to know that your your background, your studies, your certification is from India. And I'm actually more interested in a perspective that outside of the borders where I live, whether it's Ireland or Sudan or Bolivia or anywhere in North America, I want a different perspective than the one that I have here in the Netherlands or Tasmania. So, and we have been putting it on screen. Telomere centric medicine, a 7-part multi-system roadmap for aging biology, diagnostics, and emerging therapies.
and I also made a small introduction of all 7 parts. First part is all about a little bit introduction on telomeres, DNA, and role of that. Second part is clinical implication in terms of various diseases like cancer, cardiovascular disease, degenerative disease, diabetes. Yes, there is a research on diabetes that supplementation of stem cells directly into the pancreas can result into producing new cells, new beta cells as of in young adults, so they can eliminate diabetes completely from the root. There is another differential diagnosis biomarkers on part 3. On part 4, there is cross system preferences from Ayurveda that you were talking about amla, turmeric,
Yes,
and
AMLA.
using citrus, using lemon while having spinach in salad.
Yes.
So it is complementing that to absorb that iron in your body, in your blood, twice
Mhm.
as fast compared to someone is not using citrus while having their salad.
Yes.
There is part 5 emerging therapies that I mentioned about. One of them is diabetes, and another is means multiple studies are going with not only cancer, but they are completely eliminating multiple disease. And yes, it's not just about microscopic editing of genes. It is also about healthy lifestyle choices and expression of your genes that cannot be represented if that can that cannot be uh, expressed if you don't have that certain healthy lifestyle. So that is called epigenetics reprogramming through your lifestyle.
I have a comment on part 5, and
Yes.
you mentioned this earlier in our conversation. CRISPR, it's all written in caps. I'm thinking that those letters stand for something.
Yes, it's an acronym, a short form. The full form, if you want me to search online, I can do it. But it's a tool. It's like a scissor where you can remove the bad genes from healthy genes. or you can add new healthy genes which is not available in say in someone's genetic materials or in someone's nucleus or yeah, someone is
So
not born
that's
with
for
healthy. Yeah,
that's
it's just
for
a
the
Caesar.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I interrupted you. Please continue.
sorry. So CRISPR is just a biological Caesar for gene editing.
Wow. CRISPR.
Yes.
So that is something I did not look up yet. And I just thought, well, you mentioned it earlier. And so you're obviously very familiar with it. And I thought, okay, that's something else that I can become more aware of. Our time, believe it or not, our time is winding down because we need to stop actually before the 60-minute mark. It just really helps when it's time to rebroadcast. If it's less than 60 minutes, then it just expedites that. So I I just want to know something about you. So what brought you to Canada? What brought you into the medical profession? Was that just something, you are the second born son, therefore you will go into medicine? That happens in a lot of families, where someone says, and this is what, you've got potential, you have the ability, you have some interest, so just go into it. But what also brought you to Canada? And were you in living in or studying in any other places besides India and or working in any other places besides Canada? So just tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, I was born in middle class family. After having high school, I enrolled in medical school, and after graduating in medical school, while I was in medical school, I used to attend hospital night time during college time. During daytime, I was attending college. During night time, I was attending hospital. Something struck me that it's not enough for me, so I decided to move on. Uh, I immigrated here in Canada in 2023. It's about 2 years now, and I graduated in December 2024 with post-graduation diploma in healthcare administration and service management. And now I thought it's not just enough to be in clinical or administrative part. So I am researching on various aspects that needs to be addressed in medical field, and now it has become part of my life.
I love that. It has become part of your life. And here you were studying by day, working by night, and something just it it it, it wasn't filling your soul. It didn't you wanted to pursue something maybe a little more defined. Something caused you to decide, I'm going to immigrate really to the other side of the earth. Did you already know people in Canada?
No, uh,
No.
me and my brother moved same time on the same flight, and he's in IT and I am in medical. He's doing his part wonderfully, and I'm contributing to medical field as much as I can. Because to be honest, it's never enough for me. So yes, I'm keep looking, keep growing.
Good. I'm glad you're going to keep growing. I've met people in different countries, Norway, Netherlands, who said this this hearing aid has limits. I'm an audiologist. I want to create something. I want something to make the need for hearing aids, those needs met. And so I've had that gentleman on, aspects of aging. This other gentleman in the Netherlands, oh, I hope I'm saying the right place. He received national recognition for saying we need to collect data from human sweat, particularly at night when the body would be staying in the same place for quite a while. We need to collect data and let people know I just need help collecting data because I think that there is something there that's going to be an indicator of something else having to do with sleeping, having to do with daily activity, um, responses to medication, etc. And he developed a strip that he calls the Q strip because when you roll it up, there's a little piece coming off. And they're like, wow, there are kids, students in school who need a real project, who would implement this with gusto. And so we want you to what you're doing to be available in these kind of schools so that more data can be collected as quickly as possible because we don't know what we don't know yet. And I'm the innovation and the ability to say this is what we've got and we know it's not enough, so I'm going to put together more to just make us more effective. Just like I said, if I'm going to make a salad, why not make it more effective for my own body and make sure that I toss in, some bits of orange or tomato. I shouldn't say why not. I should. It only makes sense. And thank you so much for making sense out of I was saying the wrong things at different times, genes and DNA and etc. But the pencils, you're just putting it into that machine that's taking material away. How, the different ways, reducing stress. People would have said that anyway, but now they know, wait a minute, this is connected physically to me. It's not just seems like a good idea. I feel better. I think I feel better. I feel that I think better. It's like, wow, I'm doing my telomeres a favor, and they are doing me a favor by keeping my cells able to regenerate. You've looked at things epigenetically, not reaching inside and changing the genes themselves, but their expression. It's another opportunity. You're going to be on somebody else's list of what I read that helped me to bring forward the next step, even in how a doctor talks with their patient about their own future health. And I've used up enough time. We've got, wait a minute, you've got a blog spot even.
Yes, it's Blogspot and Academia where I post my articles, but I post my articles on LinkedIn as well, so I can reach broader audience.
That's true. I used to do LinkedIn articles. My husband said, make this one into a book. And I'm like, I'm not sure I can stretch it that far. Turns out a small book is easier for someone to read because it's on grieving. And there's only so much information you can take in when you're in the midst of grief. So a smaller book worked out. So have you written any books yet? Or
Um,
published any books?
Not at the moment. I'm just starting off. Means I wrote a few articles. On, means I every article I post, It's on all four platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, then academia and blogspot. So if someone is using one
Very good.
platform, they can benefit from them. It's not about using every platform.
You're busy enough, but if someday you do publish, please send me a message on LinkedIn so that I can invite you back. And I'll have you in with a group of other people, and you all can talk about what you have in common and what you've learned from each other. Drew, thank you so much. I'm just going to say goodbye for now and thank you for rearranging your day so that I could listen to you and know more and for sending me that article. Thank you so much. I'm glad that it's available now on screen so that people can look it up themselves and that it is available on LinkedIn. And I am grateful for LinkedIn because I meet people like you. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thank you to you and having my voice heard.
Yay. Have a wonderful rest of your day.